Today we're going to be looking at the Celts in Europe, so make sure that you are listening and take some notes on the following information. The Celts is actually a general term for different groups of people, so they're not like the Egyptians or the Romans that were one cohesive group. It refers to people spread throughout Europe, and most of the sources we have on the Celts are unfortunately quite hostile because they're written by Greek or Roman authors. The Celts emerged in about 1000 BC and lasted until they were conquered by the Romans. Their economy was originally agricultural, but from about 800 BCE they moved into villages. Here we can see a map of the spread of the Celts. As you can see, they were referred to by various names, but the Gauls was one of the most common names. Various burial mounds from the Celts have been found with lots of archaeological evidence. Some have been timber lined and most have contained artefacts such as jewellery, bowls and basins. One of the most famous burial sites that has been found was the Hochstorf grave, which was discovered in the 1970s and contained lots of artefacts as it was relatively undisturbed. The Celts used a variety of burial practices, including cemetery sites, ritual shafts, enclosures and sacred wells, and there does seem to be an indication that animals, weapons and even sometimes humans were sacrificed to the gods. Because the Celts were not one cohesive group, there are thousands and thousands of different gods that were worshipped in different areas. Most of the Celts were polytheistic, meaning that they worshipped various gods within each village, and natural forces such as the water and sky, as well as certain animals, would be considered to have a godlike spirit. Most Celtic areas throughout Europe eventually became part of the Roman Empire, despite the Celts being famous for being brave and fierce fighters. This meant that Celtic groups found themselves adopting Roman practices, although some survived till the Middle Ages, and Celtic language is currently being revived in parts of the United Kingdom.